I do them on, but I'm like, you know what? I need your input. All right, so we'll get started. Hi, my name is Gus Sanchez, and I'm the Senior Enterprise Account Executive for T-Mobile. I lead an experienced enterprise team that will be working with your organization to find new and innovative ways to streamline your operations and impact your bottom line. But before we get started, I'd like to share with you the successful turnaround of our network, which is likely what matters most to you as a business customer. 5 years ago, we didn't have the same network story to share with you that we have today. You may have recalled the failed AT&T merger, which resulted in one of the largest breakup fees in corporate history. We reinvested the dollars awarded by AT&T back into our network infrastructure. We also had some significant acquisitions along the way that served us well by enhancing our reach and our network quality. In 2017, we entered into one of the largest government spectrum auctions in U.S. history, in where T-Mobile was awarded 45% of available spectrum, which is more than any other bidder combined. I don't know if that's correct, but go with me. This enabled us to cover 100% of the U.S. population, including the Gulf of Mexico, Alaska, and Puerto Rico. Now, what does this mean to you as a business? In 2000, prior to these acquisitions, we only had 21 and 1900 megahertz spectrum, which didn't have a lot of reach or in-building penetration. Once we purchased the 700 megahertz and now the 600 megahertz, this allows us not only to go into buildings, but many times through buildings, where, frankly, we didn't have that type of coverage before. Now, here's some company highlights. T-Mobile now covers 322 million of the U.S. population with our 4G LTE network, compared to no LTE in 2014. That's right, I'm just correcting later. 73 million customers are now on our network, compared to 33 million customers in 2014. That's a huge growth. We've added 1 million new lines of service, 19 quarters in a row, 5 million customers added 4 years in a row, and 1.9 million subscribers just in the last quarter of 2014. Now, one that we're really proud of is our churn rate, 1.18. That tells us that customers are coming to our network, but they're no longer leaving us. Now, don't mind the spelling, I misspelled it. Now, because of our customer-obsessed mindset, we've been awarded in the industry by various independent reports, such as OpenSignal, State of Mobile Network, which ranks all wireless carriers based on performance through crowdsourcing data. This is the data that we collect from you, the consumer. Out of 6 awards, we won 5 of those awards. J.D. Power and Associates, which ranks all wireless carriers based on customer satisfaction, ranked T-Mobile number 1, not only for small, mid, but now enterprise customers. Ookla ranked T-Mobile in the last 16 quarters in a row. We won the fastest 4G LTE network out of all wireless carriers. One that we're most proud of is our world's most ethical company. Guess what? We're the only telecommunications company on that list. This one he wants me to skip. Too much.
Yeah, see, you just said it all out.
Yeah, that's why he just said just use that one slide. All right. Now, all this great news that I share with you and these awards that we won wouldn't have been possible if we didn't have a plan to support your organization as you transition over to T-Mobile. That's why we've developed a no-hassle implementation as you come onto our network. The first thing we do is we sit down with the organization and we plan out what is going to look like to transition your business over to T-Mobile. Once we have a plan together, we start to launch the plan by discussing all the wireless information from your previous carrier, make sure that we have all that information in place. Once the first 2 steps are done, then we start deploying. That's where our team gets to work with your team. We're going to hold your hand through the entire process, make sure that everything is covered from end to end, to make sure it's a satisfactory transition over to T-Mobile's network. Once we finish the deployment, we train your employees, we set up the billing, the reporting that are required on a monthly basis to ensure that we're providing all the support that is required. And last but not least, we verify all the information, and then we assign you to account manager to support your account on an ongoing basis. Speaking of ongoing support, I mentioned with the account management team, that'll be your point of contact to support your account on a daily basis. We'll have a protocol on how you want your account to be supported. We'll also have a sales engineer that'll be assigned to your account. With the sales engineer, anything that has to do with complex, whether it be in building solutions, whether we're looking at some third-party application that we want to integrate, he's going to be or that group's going to be our go-to team that's going to be able to support that. Dedicated care. Instead of going through general customer care, we're going to assign a dedicated care team assigned to your organization that's going to be able to support you on an ongoing basis as well. Self-service portals, which will consist of ability to order devices on your own, run your own reports, and other various reports that our team will go over with you on a detailed basis based on what you need. 24-hour, 7-day business care support as well. So not only do we have the dedicated care, but we're also providing the 24-hour, 7-day business care support in case you need help in the middle of the night. And last but not least, we'll assign an employee benefits team led by my great friend, Miss Burbank, Brandy Burbank. There she is. And they'll be able to offer the same type of benefits to your employees that we're offering your organization. Now, without going too much into the detail of the plans, I do want to highlight our T-Mobile One for Business, which is our signature plan. One price, everything included. This is truly going to separate your employees and your organization from your competition, giving you the ability to have unlimited data, talk and text across the nation. It also includes Canada and Mexico included in the plan. Unlimited in-flight texting. We have some options if you want to have unlimited as well. This one comes with 1 hour of Wi-Fi in-flight, unlimited text and data to 140 countries included in the plan, and unlimited hotspot. All this with no contracts, no overages, and no headaches. Executive summary. Questions so far? Good? Okay. This is where we're going. You're moving from long contracts and commitments, I shouldn't turn that back, to simple, no commitment billing, easy to scale, billing overages and inability to forecast, to predictability, transparent pricing, from unlimited that truly isn't unlimited to an unlimited 4G LTE network or plan, limited proactive service, which is very limited, to a consultation. That's where our team comes in, technology and solutions that we bring to your organization. And instead of dealing with complicated implementations, we have a full implementation, which I shared before, and a support team that will handle that for you. He wants me to skip that. He wants me to skip all this. He said, no, I'm talking about this too much. Now, as we shared, the next step is to take the next step with the organization. But before we do that, we'd like to put an NDA in place so that we could discuss some future applications that is coming onto the network that will make a real impact in your organization. Once we put the NDA in place, we could take the next step. How about we get started? That's it. Yeah. Critique me.